My name is Denise Gard, and I'm here today to discuss with you shadow puppetry. It's an ancient art form that originated over 2,000 years ago in ancient China. In ancient China, they would often use silk curtains to create the shadow puppet stage. And for their lighting, they would use oil lanterns or candles. They usually had about 6 people to a troupe, and their shadow puppets were so intricate. They used donkey hides to make them. They would take the hides, tan the skin until it was so thin, it was paper thin, almost see-through. Then they would dye it different colors to make them colorful so that they could be seen through the sheet. And then these acting troupes would go throughout China to perform folk tales, Chinese culture, but also sometimes the emperor would use their shadow puppet stages to kind of convince the people to follow him and to forbid them from rebelling against him. Shadow puppetry was used for thousands of years in ancient China. Today, my puppet stage is created out of plastic pipe, a shower curtain that you can find for $2, and my shadow puppets are much simpler than the ones that were used in ancient China. I use cardstock paper. It's a little bit firmer to use, and I use a bendable straw. This allows me to maneuver the shadow puppet. Today's show consists of a big bad wolf and a little girl who loves to dress in red. It's an ancient folk tale, probably originated in Germany, and it's called Little Red Riding Hood. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named
Little Red Riding Hood.
And Little Red Riding Hood's mother said, "Oh, Little Red Riding Hood, your grandmother is very, very ill. You must take her this basket of goodies.
Okay.
And you must take the path through the woods. But be careful, my dear, and stay on the path. Do not stray from it.
Okay.
And promise me, my daughter, that you will not speak to strangers."
Okay. I promise. Bye-bye.
And off Little Red Riding Hood started to walk. She entered the deep, dark woods.
La, 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 la. Ooh, it's dark in here. Ooh, it's scary.
And as she was walking along, she noticed someone coming toward her. She looks yummy enough to eat. Spread a little butter on her and I could have a little girl sandwich. Yum. So he came out. "Why, hello there, little girl."
Hello. I'm not supposed to speak to strangers.
"Oh, but I'm not a stranger. I'm Mr. Woofy."
Oh, hello, Mr. Woofy.
"And who might you be, my dear?"
Oh, I'm Little Red Riding Hood, and I'm going to my grandmother's. She's very ill. I'm taking her this basket of goodies.
"I see. Well, I know your grandmother, and I don't understand why you're taking this path. This is the long way to your grandmother's house."
It is?
"Yes. You need to turn around and go the other direction."
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Woofy.
And with that, Little Red Riding Hood turned around and she started down another trail. And now it's time for me to hatch my plan. I'll get that scrumptious young morsel and her grandmother too. And with that, Mr. Woofy turned around and headed to grandmother's house. And he raced to grandmother's house. And when he got there, he knocked on the door. "Knocky, knocky."
Oh, hello,
said grandmother. "Who's there?" The wolf tried to disguise his voice.
Why, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, come in, Little Red Riding Hood. I'm so excited to see you.
And with that, the wolf opened the door. The grandmother was so ill that she was on her bed, lying down. The wolf crept across the carpet, and when she saw him, she leaped up and she said, "Oh my, you're not Little Red Riding Hood." "That's right, I'm the wolf." "Ow! Help! Help!" But the wolf grabbed her. Grandma tried to fight, but she was no match for the big, bad wolf. And he gobbled her down in one gulp. That was a tasty morsel. Then he quickly put on the grandmother's clothing and her nightcap and gown, and he laid back in bed, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. Meanwhile, Little Red Riding Hood was running through the forest, looking for her grandmother's house. She finally arrived. "Knock, knock! Grandmama, it's Little Red Riding Hood." The wolf disguised his voice again. "How wonderful! Come in, my dear." "Okay." Little Red Riding Hood entered the house. The wolf had pulled the drapes and made it very dark. The wolf laid in the bed, and Little Red Riding Hood came in.
"Oh, Grandma, I brought you some goodies to eat."
"Oh, how lovely. Come closer, my dear."
"Okay."
Little Red Riding Hood came closer, and then she noticed something.
Why, Grandma, what big ears you have."
"All the better to hear you with, my dear."
"Oh, why, Grandma, what big eyes you have."
"All the better to see you with, my dear."
"Oh, why, Grandma, what big teeth you have."
"All the better to eat you with, my dear."
"Ah! It's the big bad wolf! Help! Help!"
Little Red Riding Hood tried to run away, but the wolf grabbed her foot and pulled her back. But Little Red Riding Hood knew Kung Fu, so she kicked him. "Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!" And the wolf, "Ow, that hurt! Ow, that hurt!"
"Oh, you bad wolf!"
Boing, 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 boing. She smacked him with her basket. She turned around. She screamed again. "Help! Help! Help!" The wolf tried to grab her. But suddenly, dun-da-da-da, dun-da-da-da, in came the woodcutter. "Stop right there, you big bad wolf. I heard the girl's screams and I came running, and now you're going to get it." "Help!" said the wolf. He turned around, but there was nowhere to run. The woodcutter held up his axe. "Oh, man," said the wolf. "I hate this part in the story. Help! Hack! Hack! Oh!" And the wolf was split apart, and out jumped Grandmother. "Oh, thank you, Mr. Woodcutter. I was beginning to despair in there. It smelled a lot like chicken. I don't think I can ever eat chicken again." "Don't worry, ma'am. I came as soon as I heard your granddaughter's screams." "Oh, thank you, Mr. Woodcutter. And where is my sweet, sweet granddaughter? I'll send her right in." And so Little Red Riding Hood came to her grandmother.
"Grandmother, Grandmother, oh, I'm so glad you're safe. Oh, Grandma, I missed you. I'm so sorry that the big bad wolf came."
"That's okay, dear, but I wonder, however did he know I was ill? Did you talk to anyone in the woods today?"
Well, yeah. I spoke with Mr. Wolfie."
"Mr. Wolfie? Why, dear, that was a big bad wolf."
Oh, yes, you must be more careful next time. And remember, darling, never, ever talk to strangers. Even if they say they're nice. Yes, if you don't know them, don't talk to them. Well, let's sit down and look in your goodies. Okay, Grandma, let's go to the kitchen. And that's the end of our tale of Little Red Riding Hood.